Hey guys, Overs25 and welcome back to another episode of Does It Work, where today we're going to talk about premium USB cables. So first off, I want to give a quick shout out to MJ Lorton's YouTube channel. I was watching one of his videos and that kind of gave me the idea to make a video of my own on a similar subject. So I just want to give that quick shout out. So if you want to see something like more super in-depth with a bunch of advanced technological measuring equipment and multimeters and blah blah blah, go check out his YouTube channel. Mine's going to be a little bit simpler. With that said, in this video we're going to take a look at 4 USB cables, which I have here, and we're going to compare these 3 premium, quote-unquote premium, Chinese USB cables to a American dollar store standard USB cable. So you get this for $1, and these are at varying prices, but they are under $2. So with that said, let me go ahead and pull over my sheet of paper here so I can show you what I have. So brand-wise, I'll start going from this one. We have the Dollar Tree LED cable. There's actually like little LEDs built into that cable. I have the size there in centimeters, and I have its rated amperage. So the Dollar Tree LED cable is rated at 1 amp and costs $1.09. I also have an Aukey branded cable, which is all 3 of these upper ones are Chinese premium brand cables, which is 2.5 amp rated and costs $1.28. The Choatec, I have no idea really how to pronounce that. The Choatec is 2.5 amp rated and costs $1.90. That's the most expensive cable. And the Oraco cable is rated at 3 amps and only costs $1.25. Now I just want to note that I've been using Oraco products for quite a long time now. I trust their brand and I am very fond of them. And that is a personal cable that I have. So the other 2, the Choaco, the Aukey, and the Dollar Tree cable, I had to buy to make this review. So with that out of the way, let me go over to the testing methodology here that I'm going to use. So for reference, with no degradation or electricity loss, the perfect rating should be at 5 volts at 2 amps, we should get 10 watts of power, and at 5 volts at 1 amp, we should get 5 watts of power. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this guy right here, which is just my standard Dell 2 amp charger, and I know that this can get 2 amps because it goes to my Dell tablet PC for school. I have this guy right here, which is a inline USB meter, which I'll be using to pull the voltage and the amperage out of. I have this, which is just an adapter to go from USB to micro USB. And then I have this, which is a constant load meter, or not meter, it's a constant load USB device, blank in there on what I should really call it, which I will be using to put the constant strain on the charger through the cable through. So how this is going to work is I'm going to plug a cable into this charger, and then on this end I'm going to have the meter, this adapter, and the constant load device on it to draw the power through the cable, and then we're going to measure at the end, because this will be at the end, how much voltage drop there is going from the wall to the end of the cable, and that will kind of determine the quality of the cable, and you'll kind of see how this all works out with the voltage, the power, the loss, and the percent of loss. So I'm going to go ahead and just put this off to the side here, and we can go ahead and move right on into testing. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the charger here, and we're going to test out the Dollar Tree one first. So I'm going to go ahead and plug that in. And then this goes all the way down here into my outlet. I plug it into my outlet. So I have the cable here. It's plugged in, obviously. So if I can get it to not fall off the table here. So I'm going to go ahead and plug all this stuff in, just so you see how this setup works. The rest of these I'll probably just jump cut. But now I'm going to go ahead and plug the cable into here. And hopefully you guys can see that, but right now I have a 1.1 amp. Let me see if I can adjust that down to just 1 flat. This is kind of finicky to get in the, yeah, just 1.01 amp, and we are getting about 4.42 volts at the end of this cable here. And 4.3, 4. I'm just going to put it down. So I got my piece of paper here. So I'm going to grab my pen, and on the voltage here, I'm going to put 4. Let's see, what's it at right now? 4.37. So it's at 4.37, 4.3, I'm going to stick with 4.37. It seems to be hovering around 4.37. So I'm going to put 4.37 down there for the voltage. Okay? So I'm going to unplug it from the test kit. I'm going to unplug it from the adapter, put that off to the side. And now I believe this is the Oracle cable. So I'm going to go ahead and plug the Oracle cable in once I untwist it a little. Okay, so the Oracle cable is plugged in. Here we go. Plug it this side up. So, since this is a 3 amp rated cable and I can only go as high as 2 amps, I'm going to go ahead and ramp this all the way up to 2 amps. So, and this is quite a lot of turning. Okay, there we go. So let me back it down a little. There we go, 2 amps on the dot. And we are getting about 4.2. I'll stick with 4.2. So we're getting 4.2 volts on the end of this. So the Oracle here, we get 4.20 volts. Okie dokie. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave this on the 2 amp setting because the rest of these cables are supposed to be rated 2 amp or higher. And there we go. We're going to unplug that. We're done with the charger. Throw that other cable out. And we're done with these. So we can put these over here. So I have all the voltages noted here. So I'm going to jump cut real quick and I'm going to do some math just so you guys don't have to sit through it and wait and see me do a bunch of math. So the results are in and let's take a look at them. So going from top to bottom here we have the Oracle cable which at the end of the cable was able to provide 8.4 watts. The Choatech was able to also provide 8.4 watts. The Aukey cable was able to provide 8.78 watts. And the Dollar Tree cable was able to provide 4.37 watts. Moving on to the next column, which is the loss, assuming that the power source was providing perfect flow, which I don't really have a reason to believe it wasn't. At the end of the cable, we lost, going again top to bottom, the Oracle lost 1.6 watts, the Choatech lost 1.8 watts, the Aukey cable lost 1.22 watts, and the Dollar Tree cable lost 0.63 watts. So then I'm going to add in this extra column here, which if you looked at some other reviewers, they don't ever convert this to a percent loss for some reason. I think that the percent loss is very useful, so I'm adding it in here. So the Oracle lost 16% of the available power going from the wall to the end of the cable, due to cable resistance and other factors like heat and blah blah blah. The Oracle lost 16%, the Choatech lost 16%, the Aukey lost 12.2%, and the Dollar Tree lost 12.6%. So that's all the math, that's all the numbers. What does it mean? For me personally, to answer the question and the main purpose of this video, are premium cables worth it? My answer is yes. Reason being, these top 3 are premium Chinese branded cables. The bottom one is just a generic, non-premium dollar store cable that anyone gets and I see people have all the damn time. So, what does this really mean in the real world? Well, if you go to the dollar store and you get this Dollar Tree cable for $1.10 after tax or whatever, you're limited to only charging at 1 amp. That is what that 1 amp means. And you're only losing about 12.6%. So you plug it in and you plug it into your phone, you're really only charging at about 4.37 watts versus the 5 watts. Versus if you wanted to spend, I'm just going to round this up to 1.10 just for reference. If you wanted to spend 15 cents more, you can get an Oracle cable. And that Oracle cable is also 50% longer. This is 155 centimeters. The dollar store cable is only 106 centimeters. So this cable is just over 50% longer. It's like 51% longer than the dollar store cable. You're also going to be able to charge at 2 amps. Even though the percent loss is a little higher than this Dollar Tree one, you're more than doubling your charging capacity. You're going from 4.37 watts of charging capacity to 8.4 watts. So you're going to charge your phone twice as fast using the Oracle cable for 15 cents more than you are the Dollar Tree cable for 15 cents less. And that's kind of the point of these premium cables as far as I'm concerned. They offer much better charge capacity to dollar. Now, within the premium cables themselves, you start comparing it. Obviously, the Choki is the most expensive and worse. The Aukey, around the same price of the Oracle, provides a better charge capacity. You're going from 12.2 to 16%, so that's around about 4% faster charging in terms of lost charge than the Oracle on the Aukey. But keep in mind that the Oracle is also 50% longer than this Aukey too. This Aukey is only 100 centimeters and the Oracle is 155 centimeters, so it's over 50% longer than the Aukey cable. So for an extra 4% loss, that's not bad, considering you're gaining 50% extra length, which to some people matters, to some people doesn't. To me, I prefer the extra length. So out of all these cables, the three cables, I should say, the three premium cables, which one would I pick? I would pick the Oracle one again, because not only does it provide the best price to charging per length, it also is just a brand that I personally trust, and I've been using for like 2 years now. I bought the Choki, or the Choatech and the Aukey cable just for this review. The Choatech was obviously the most expensive. The Aukey was around about the same price as the Oracle. The problem being that the Aukey cable is 55 centimeters shorter than the Oracle for 3 cents more. So, Oracle wins in this case, if you ask me. But all three of these cables win over the dollar store. So ultimately, the end takeaway here is buy a trusted brand Chinese premium cable for slightly more than you can a dollar store or even non-dollar store low-cost cable, because it is going to charge much better. Granted, you buy a brand name one. I'm sure that there's a bunch of non-brand name Chinese cables for the same price that would probably be just as bad as this dollar store one at this price bracket. So, with that said, I hope this guys helped you. Go ahead and leave a comment and a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, or a thumbs down and a nasty comment if you hated the video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to support me on Patreon, go ahead and click the button on screen now or check the description. Same thing for the subscribe button. If you'd like to check out my latest video, go ahead and click on screen now. And if you want to get games for up to 99% off or follow me on Twitter, go ahead and check the links in the description. I hope you enjoyed my video and have a great rest of your day.